There's an idea there, and the idea is that we emerge out of the unknown, and we're always threatened by it. Not only as individuals, but as a group, and that means that we need to figure out what it is that should guide us in order to continually confront the unknown and prevail. The idea that what you should do if you want to survive in this world, if you want to play a voluntary game that everybody can participate in, your bloody eyes better be open, because they're the things that will save you, and that's attention. The Mesopotamians figured out in their great religious story that the fundamental sovereign God was he who pays attention and speaks the truth. And that's something. That's something. That's not something you punish people for. Right? Because this is the deepest idea of mankind. It's developed in detail in Genesis, in the Old Testament. It's the fundamental idea of Genesis, that if truthful speech gives rise to the order, then that order will be good. And that's really something, man. Like, that's really something to apprehend. Truthful speech. Wouldn't it be something if that was the case? And the thing is, you know it's the case. You know it. You know it. Because you do not admire yourself if you're deceitful. You admire yourself when you have those rare moments in your life where you can actually stand up and say what's true, regardless of the cost. Free speech has to be as untrammeled as possible so that people can be wrong and they can be biased and they can still express their opinions, including their darker ones, and then allow themselves to be subject partly to improvement by the world, because if you say things that are too stupid and then act them out, the world smacks you a good one. Hate speech laws are bad enough. It's not like there's no hate speech. Like, anyone with any sense knows that there's hate speech. Who's going to regulate it? Who's going to define it? I know the answer to that. The last people in the world you would want to. And then we cross another barrier and we allow the government to compel speech for some hypothetically compassionate reason? No way. That's a really bad idea.